This came up in conversation yesterday when I had a client here, and I couldn't wait to share this with you because I thought this was really quite a fascinating way to look at things, and it just shows that people do see it this way too. A lady was here for an appointment, and we got talking about will writing. She's wanting to write her will, get that done. It's obviously something that we all need to think about, and it's her time. She's thinking about it now. But what she was concerned about was what to do with her body at the time, obviously after she's died. And she said to me, Dion, I'm not scared of dying itself, but I'm scared of what happens to my body afterwards. She mentioned about being cremated, and she said she'd seen programs on telly where you can see the coffin going into the furnace, and she said that absolutely terrifies her. She's seen programs about it, and she thought, no, I can't do that. Oh my God, it's going to be so painful. And I said to her, but your body has died at that point. You wouldn't feel it. And she says, I know, it's totally irrational. It's an irrational way of thinking. But for me, she says, the thought of going into that furnace, she says, terrifies me. I can't do it. So I can't be cremated. She then talked about having a burial. And that was also something she felt really quite fearful about. And she says, being underground in the coffin, she says, then, my body over time, she says, the way I'm seeing it in my head, I'm going to get ate by insects and things like that. She says, and then I'd be claustrophobic in the coffin. And again, she said, I know it's just a ridiculous way to look at it, because she believes in life after death. She knows her soul isn't in the coffin, but her body is. And that fear of going, oh my God, I'm going to be claustrophobic. She then said to me, she said she'd seen somewhere or something about where you can get your body frozen. She says, I don't know if this is something that's just to do with a science thing, if you give your body to science. She said, but I've thought about, if this is something that I could potentially look into to get my body frozen. She says, but that too terrified her because she'd feel like she's going to drown, that claustrophobic side of it again, of feeling, oh my God, I'm being frozen and therefore I'm going to choke and I can't breathe and so on. And again, an irrational fear, but one that's very, very real in some respects. I was dying to let you know about this conversation. What's your thoughts? Where are you on what you want to do with your body after you die? Pop it in the comments.